Edward Wilmot Blyden was a towering figure. He emerged in the 19th century. He was a scholar, writer, and activist. He championed African self-determination. Blyden's ideas resonated deeply in Ghana. Ghanaians saw in him a reflection of their own aspirations. Blyden rejected European narratives about Africa. These narratives often portrayed Africa as inferior. Blyden argued that Africa had a rich history and culture. He urged Africans to embrace their heritage. Blyden's vision was rooted in Pan-Africanism. This philosophy stressed the unity and shared destiny of African people. He believed that Africans must control their own destiny. This meant political, economic, and cultural independence. Blyden's concept of African personality was central to his philosophy. This concept was about reclaiming African identity. It celebrated the unique attributes and contributions of African people. African personality stood in stark contrast to the prevalent view at the time. Blyden argued that African culture was communal and harmonious. He contrasted this with the individualism of the West. He saw African societies as inherently egalitarian. Blyden believed in the importance of traditional African religions. He saw them as a source of strength and identity. The concept of African personality directly challenged white supremacy. White supremacy created a racial hierarchy. It placed Europeans at the top. Africans were relegated to the bottom. Blyden argued that African cultures were not inferior. They were simply different. He saw African civilization as ancient and sophisticated. He pointed to examples like Egypt. He emphasized African contributions to world history. Blyden's ideas resonated with those who suffered under colonialism. His work offered a powerful counter-narrative. It gave dignity back to the colonized. Edward Blyden's legacy is profound. His ideas helped spark liberation movements. Across Africa, people resonated with his call for self-reliance. Blyden's writings remain relevant today. They are studied in universities across Ghana and beyond. He is remembered as a father of Pan-Africanism. His work continues to inspire generations of Africans. Blyden's emphasis on African personality is crucial in our times. In a world grappling with racism, his message is timeless. He reminds us of the inherent worth of all people. He calls for a world where African identity is celebrated, not denigrated. Edward Blyden's early life. Edward Wilmot Blyden was born in 1832 in the Virgin Islands. His early life was marked by a quest for education. He moved to the United States but faced racial discrimination. This experience shaped his views on African self-determination. Blyden eventually moved to Liberia, where he found a place to pursue his dreams. In Liberia, he became a prominent educator and statesman. His early experiences fueled his passion for African unity and pride. Edward Blyden was a prolific writer. His works include Christianity, Islam, and the Negro Race and African Life and Customs. These writings explored the richness of African culture and history. Blyden's literary contributions were instrumental in shaping Pan-African thought. His works continue to be studied and revered. Edward Blyden's ideas influenced many future African leaders. Figures like Kwame Nkrumah and Marcus Garvey drew inspiration from his work. Blyden's vision of a united Africa resonated with these leaders. His emphasis on African self-reliance and pride became a cornerstone of their movements. Blyden's legacy lives on through the leaders he inspired. In his later years, Edward Blyden continued to advocate for African unity with unwavering passion. He traveled extensively, spreading his message of Pan-Africanism far and wide. Throughout his journeys, Blyden emphasized the importance of education and cultural pride, believing these were the cornerstones of a united and empowered Africa. Blyden's later works delved deeper into these themes, offering a blueprint for future generations to follow. He saw education as a means to reclaim and celebrate African heritage, urging his people to take pride in their identity and history. Edward Blyden passed away in 1912, but his legacy endures. Today he is remembered as a pioneering figure of Pan-Africanism, a visionary whose ideas continue to inspire and guide the quest for African unity and pride. His life's work remains a beacon for all those who strive for a better, more united Africa.